Have you ever met a man who seems to have a truly brilliant mind? A person who thinks deeper, moves totally independently, and simply refuses to follow the common crowd. That's the Sigma male. When you look at him, you see a person with the incredible intelligence of a genius like Tony Stark, always creating new ideas and seeing solutions that everyone else misses. He has the sharp, deep insight of Sherlock Holmes, able to break down complicated problems and find the simple truth hidden behind all the noise. He is a true lone wolf, often building amazing empires entirely inside his head. But here is the confusing, difficult reality, the brutal paradox that many Sigmas face. If you are so smart, so capable, and so fiercely independent, why is your bank account still looking like it's on a diet? Why do you feel that strange, nagging, persistent gap between your huge potential and your actual financial reality? This struggle isn't happening because you are lazy. It isn't happening because you are weak or lack talent. In fact, your amazing intelligence isn't the problem at all. The truth is, your highest virtues, your refusal to conform, your deep need for integrity, and your craving for total freedom, are colliding head-on with the modern money system. The system is designed for people who play by rules you despise. Think about a historical figure like Nikola Tesla. He was one of the most brilliant inventors who ever lived, a true visionary who could see the future of technology. Yet, he died nearly broke, while people who were simply good at business and selling, like Thomas Edison, became incredibly rich. Tesla's genius didn't fit the system's way of rewarding monetization and public promotion. That disconnect, that painful misalignment between your genius and the financial system, is what we are going to solve today for the Solitude Scroll. This video is not meant to be an excuse for being broke, it is a clear blueprint for how to fix the problem. We are diving deep into the 6 core money traps that keep the Sigma male genius broke, showing you exactly how to adjust your strategy for wealth without ever sacrificing who you are or the independence you cherish. Money Trap 1. The Conformity Conflict, Rejecting the Cage. Let's dive into Reason 1, the Conformity Conflict, or the rejection of the cage. Sigma males simply do not want to climb someone else's ladder, they want to build their own. You look at the traditional career path, the 9-to-5 desk job, the stressful office politics, the slow climb for a meaningless title, and you see an uninspiring cage designed to trap people into boring routines that kill creativity and freedom. Because of this perspective, you naturally prioritize freedom over stability, and purpose over predictability. This choice, while deeply authentic to your soul, comes with a steep financial price tag. Think about the difference between a high-level corporate manager and a brilliant indie game developer, the Sigma. The manager trades 8 hours a day for a steady paycheck that slowly gets bigger and a predictable retirement plan. The game developer, the Sigma, trades his huge passion and genius for unstable income, years of financial stress, and zero safety net. Why? Because he firmly refuses to trade his autonomy for predictability. The core issue isn't your work ethic, the core issue is the system itself. Structured financial systems reward consistency and compliance, things you naturally reject. By walking away from all that structure, you give up the predictability, the rapid professional growth, and the established income stream that the system provides. The solution is not to join the system completely, you need to learn how to work with its gravity without losing your soul. Money Trap 2, the Lone Wolf Trap. Isolation is not strength. Now for Reason 2, the Lone Wolf Trap. Isolation is not strength. This is often the most hidden form of self-sabotage. Your fierce independence makes you refuse to ask for help, avoid pointless small talk, and deeply dislike networking events. You proudly believe, I don't need anyone, my skill and my genius are enough to win. But here is the unforgiving truth of the financial world, wealth doesn't thrive in isolation, it flows through networks. Money moves on trust, referrals, strategic alliances, and the power of leverage. Trying to do everything yourself? The coding, the marketing, the bookkeeping, the legal work limits your growth because you are strictly capped by your own finite time. Refusing help doesn't make you stronger, it just makes your journey longer, harder, and much more expensive. Think about the most legendary loner in fiction, Batman. Even he had Alfred and a network of allies. He understood leverage, using resources to amplify effort. Being self-made simply means taking the initiative yourself. It absolutely doesn't mean rejecting all support. Smart men build bridges, not walls. If you want your financial success to multiply, you must remain independent in spirit, but collaborative in strategy. Money Trap 3, the invisible genius, detest for self-promotion. Let's move to reason 3, the invisible genius, detest for self-promotion. Sigma males are deeply wired for substance, not show. You hate bragging. You build in silence, you grind behind the scenes, and you strongly believe your results should speak louder than words. You prioritize internal self-mastery over any form of public display. While that is a core virtue, here is the cold reality of the modern marketplace. If no one knows what you do, how will they pay you? How will they partner with your amazing vision or even know you exist? In a world where attention is currency, your silence makes you invisible. You might truly be the smartest person in the room, but if you're not seen, you're not paid. Studies have consistently shown that professionals who strategically maintain an online presence, who let the world in on their expertise, can earn significantly more than those who don't. That's not because they are smarter, it's because they're accessible. Your genius is the engine that creates value, but marketing is the microphone that broadcasts it. Now, let's be clear. You don't have to become a fake hype machine or a superficial influencer. You don't have to sell out. You just need to open the blinds. Show your insights. Share the problems you solve. Think of it not as bragging, but as making it easier for the right people to find and reward your brilliance. You are not pretending to be something you're not, you are simply showcasing what already exists. That's not ego, that's impact. Money Trap 4, passion over practicality, the monetization mistake. We transition now to reason 4, passion over practicality, the monetization mistake. Sigma males are driven by a powerful inner engine, purpose and meaning. If a job feels hollow or meaningless, you'll walk away, even if the salary is solid. To you, purpose isn't optional, it's necessary for survival. You'd truly rather be poor and fulfilled than rich and dead inside. This deep focus on passion is admirable, but it becomes a draining hobby instead of a thriving business when you forget one crucial question: how does this become financially sustainable? You spend years perfecting the craft, refining the message, or building the product, without ever designing a working revenue model. This is exactly like the tragic artist archetype, brilliant, but penniless. Consider Vincent van Gogh. His work was his life's passion and is now priceless, but he sold almost nothing while he was alive, relying on his brother for survival. He focused entirely on the art, completely ignoring the mechanism needed to exchange that art for currency. Remember, money is not evil. It's a tool that buys you time, access, and mobility. Used wisely, it fuels more creation and more freedom. Your independence is fragile if it rests on zero financial foundation. You can stay true to your vision while designing systems that generate income. Monetization isn't selling out, it's scaling up. Don't just be the genius in the shadows, be the strategist in the spotlight. Money Trap 5, the perfectionist and the controller, fear of delegation. Now for reason 5, the perfectionist and the controller, fear of delegation. Sigmas naturally crave control. It's in your DNA. It's what makes you fiercely independent, strategically sharp, and often a brilliant leader. You prefer to plan, execute, and succeed entirely on your own terms because you trust your own competence above all others. But this very desire for total control can quietly sabotage your financial success. How? By causing analysis paralysis and the constant refusal to delegate. You try to do everything yourself, from the grand vision to the small micro details, like sending your own invoices. Why? Because you genuinely believe asking for help is a weakness, or worse, that nobody else can possibly do it right. Here's the powerful catch: you can't scale your income if you're the only one doing the work. Time is finite. One person equals one output. But when you delegate, you multiply your capacity. One task off your plate frees up your superior brainpower for bigger, higher income-generating moves. Think of great leaders, even the most intense ones, like Steve Jobs. They were control freaks, but they still built teams. They understood leverage. Real power isn't about micromanaging. It's about building systems that work for you. If you're a Sigma grinding solo, remember this: you are not weak for accepting help. You are wise. Delegation is a high-level strategy. It's not losing control, it's gaining leverage. Money Trap 6: The Ideological and Minimalist Traps. Finally, Reason 6: The Ideological and Minimalist Traps. This is the subtle self-sabotage that feels like the ultimate high principle. The minimalist trap: you may be content with the bare minimum, rent covered, food on the table. You avoid thinking about investment or scaling because you honestly believe less is enough. This comfortable stagnation is deadly, as it leaves you with no safety net when life inevitably hits you with a setback. You are financially fragile, and your freedom is vulnerable. The ideological trap. You get caught in the image of the detached Sigma. You absorb destructive online ideas that tell you all wealth is corruption or that the entire financial system is rigged, convincing you that avoiding money is a moral victory. You refuse high-paying opportunities because they don't fit the mysterious outsider label. You prioritize the performance of being a Sigma over actual financial progress. Remember, money doesn't define you, but it sure as hell funds your freedom. You just need to realize that money is a tool that protects your future and gives you the autonomy to say no without financial fear. Your integrity is worth far more than the basic rent you pay. These 6 reasons are not failures of ability, they are failures of strategy. You are a genius, but your brilliance is currently working against itself. Now that we've diagnosed the wound, it's time to talk about the cure. The turn and strategic solution. We've exposed the 6 money traps. We've seen how your integrity, your control, and your independence are currently working against you. But here is the most important truth: you don't have to sell out to succeed. The cure is not abandoning the Sigma mindset, the cure is strategy. It's about building a necessary bridge between your internal genius and the external world of profit. The goal is to build an empire on your own terms that is both authentic and scalable. This requires 3 powerful adjustments. Strategic adjustment 1: network with integrity. Forget the massive fake handshakes and low-value small talk you despise. That's alpha game. Your game is quality over quantity. Build tight, trusted alliances. Find high-integrity, low-effort ways to connect with 2 kinds of people: mentors who have already solved the problems you face, and partners who can handle the tasks you hate. Delegation. You remain the solitary genius, but you strategically open the gates to those who respect your time and amplify your reach. This is how you gain influence without losing your solitude. Strategic adjustment 2: monetize with precision. Every brilliant project needs a solid revenue model. Don't fall into the trap of delaying monetization because you fear it will taint your art. You can and must honor your passion while designing systems that fund it. Learn to charge for your expertise. Focus on creating systems that generate income for you, instead of constantly trading your precious time for money. Money is the fuel. Use it to buy more time for your true creative work. Strategic Adjustment 3. Embrace imperfect action. Stop waiting for the stars to align. Stop waiting for version 2.0 to be flawless. You cannot build a skyscraper by staring at the blueprint. You need bricks, and you need to lay them daily. Choose execution over endless refinement. Wealth favors the bold, not the patient perfectionist. Take the leap. Launch the imperfect project. Your long-term vision requires short-term, daily discipline. Here's the real deal, Sigmas. You were never meant to be average. Your mind is rare, your independence is an asset, but brilliance means nothing if it stays hidden and unsustainable. The financial struggle is not a sign of failure, it's a sign of a strategic misalignment. You don't have to change who you are. You don't have to become someone else. You just have to channel your genius into systems that scale. Ask yourself honestly, which of these 6 traps is holding you back right now? Is it the fear of delegation stopping your growth? Is it the contentment of minimalism trapping you in fragility? Or is it the lie that networking is beneath you? Potential doesn't pay bills. Only execution, visibility, and strategic alignment do. It's time to stop whispering your wisdom to the void and start building something that reflects not just the depth of your mind, but your true, immense worth. If this video spoke to the silent genius in you, if you are ready to make the strategic shift from brilliant and broke to brilliant and powerful, then this is your community. Hit that like button, subscribe to the Solitude Scroll, and drop a comment below right now and tell me, what is your biggest money trap?